Thor the Dark World is a film that exists in the MCU. Okay, seriously though, I'm not gonna insult the film or the people that like it. I know there's plenty of people that actually like that film over Thor Ragnarok. I understand exactly why you like it. At one point, I actually really enjoyed it up until subsequent rewatches. And yes, I along with you would like to know what the original cut of the film was like and not the one that was co-shadow directed by Joss Whedon, which The Dark World was. Now Alan Taylor, the director of The Dark World, says he would love a redo. He really wants a Snyder cut version of The Dark World. Thor the Dark World for me is an interesting film. I have friends who this is their absolute favorite Thor film, and they hate Thor Ragnarok. I also have friends who only like Thor Ragnarok, and they hate the other Thor films. I'm somewhere in the middle. I like all of them, but my favorite one is still the first one.
Your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Cool. Thanks for letting me know in the comments. Either way, though, whatever your favorite one is, I think we can all see that Thor the Dark World suffered. It suffered from, well, pretty much every angle you look at it. From losing a director before they started filming, who of course was Patty Jenkins, who went on to do Wonder Woman, to subsequent rewrites, adding in more low-key, to on the fly, literally cutting the director out to bring on Joss Whedon to like shadow direct some scenes during the production of Age of Ultron. We know it was a giant mess. Recently, sitting down with Inverse, Alan Taylor, the director, said that he really didn't have a good time, but he had a huge amount of respect for Kevin Feige, and he understands everything that held his movie back, and that the original pitch for his film was much darker, much different when it came to Malekith, much more of a film that took its time and established these characters and sort of a darker, more bleak aesthetic that's kind of more gothic, if you will. And again, we've had plenty of hints towards this over the years of what was cut, and even looking at the art book, which I do have that art book, and there is some really intriguing stuff in there that you're like, wow, if they would have put that in there, that would be amazing. But of course, we're never going to see the like of it ever, I don't think. So he did say that if he was to be given the phone call, a chance to do a Justice League Snyder Cut style release and re-edit of this film, he would love to do it, because there's a lot that we did not get to experience, and that his film was subsequently sidelined for this version that we got. And again, I think there is something to this, but I don't think we ever get it. I mean, I would love it if personally they were like, hey guys, guess what? What if? Check it out. We're going to release the alternative cut of Thor the Dark World on Disney+. Have at it. It's not canon, but you could see what it could have been. They could honestly do that with a lot of cuts of the films, because we know that there's so many different cuts that were left on the cutting room floor in order to get the runtime down or get the film to feel a certain way and look a certain way. But if you give in to one, you're giving in to more, and people will demand more. And that's why I don't think Disney will ever do it, because you guys know how this goes. You give them an inch, they'll take that inch, they'll ask for a mile, and when you say no, they demand 20 miles. And when you ignore them, well, it gets much worse.